What happens when you take Qualcomm's expertise in mobile and you put it in a laptop? You get an always-on, always-connected PC that sips power. Lenovo sent us their C630 always-on Snapdragon-based PC, and in this video we're going to test it out and let you know if it's any good. Let's get to it. As I hinted, the C630 uses what is essentially a phone processor, but clocked a bit higher to keep up with the demands of PC apps. The SoC is the Snapdragon 850, which is similar in a lot of ways to the Snapdragon 845 powering most of the flagships from this year. It's available in your choice of 4 or 8 gigs of RAM and 128 or 256 gigs of UFS 2.1 storage. The unit I'm reviewing has 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. It has the Qualcomm X20 modem, which offers fantastic data performance. The touchscreen is 13.3 inches, and at a resolution of only FHD, it's another place the C630 saves power. The display is an IPS LCD panel, which isn't the brightest or the most colorful, and I think the display is probably the weakest part of the laptop, but for most people, it'll be okay. At the end of the video, I'll share with you just what kind of battery life you can expect. One of the ways Lenovo can tout 25 hours of battery life with its 60 watt-hour battery is if you keep it in Windows 10 S mode, which only lets you run apps from the Windows Store. Naturally, so that I could use any app that I wanted, I switched the laptop to Windows 10 Home, which is free and only takes a few minutes. That way you can run any app you want, including Chrome, and although you will have a slight hit in battery life because you're running full Windows apps, it's not that big of a deal. The hardware on this laptop is really fantastic. It's lighter than a MacBook Air and thinner too, and the entire laptop is covered in a smooth but grippy soft touch plastic in a dark gray color Lenovo calls iron gray. But the frame is metal, so it feels very sturdy. And since it's a Yoga, the screen can flip around to go into tent mode, or you can lay it flat to use in tablet mode. Using it in tablet mode means that your fingers rest on the keyboard on the other side, which is not comfortable. But in that situation, the keyboard is disabled, so you don't mispress. I spent most of the time using the C630 in tablet mode. If you get the optional $25 Lenovo Active Pen, you can take advantage of stylus input with Windows Ink. There are 2 speakers flanking the keyboard, which can get pretty loud and clear. The trackpad isn't that big, but it's spacious enough to do 3 and 4 finger gestures in Windows 10. To the right of the trackpad there is a fingerprint sensor, which I found to be very fast and accurate to unlock the laptop with Windows Hello, or you can use your face to unlock. The backlit keyboard has more travel than a MacBook Air, and like the rest of the laptop, has a nice grippy texture that makes typing very enjoyable. My unit came with an activated Verizon SIM, but I also tried using AT&T and T-Mobile, and in all cases I got very impressive data speeds, in some cases near 100 megabits per second down, plus outstanding reception no matter where I was. The C630 even has an eSIM, which lets you buy cellular service right from the laptop. It's shocking that every laptop doesn't have a SIM slot and eSIM capability like this one does. With an always active data connection on this PC, like your phone, certain apps and services will update in the background and be ready for you without refreshing when you open the laptop again. I had mixed results when testing this. For example, my Google Calendar in Chrome would automatically update after making a change to my calendar from another device, but I couldn't get this to happen with my Gmail in Chrome or using Windows Calendar. I think this is because always-on PCs are new, and while Windows supports ARM processors in a hacky way, most apps haven't been updated to take advantage of this new experience. It'll get better in time. The real benefit to a laptop that's always connected is that you're never waiting for a connection. Whereas a lot of other cellular devices take a couple of seconds to reach out to the phone towers and to register your device, when you open the C630, it's already connected and ready to go. Another benefit of using a Snapdragon SoC on a laptop is how cool it stays. Since heat is not a problem, the C630 has no fan, and so the laptop is always silent and cool. Of course, one of the main downsides to running what is essentially a phone processor in a laptop is that performance isn't that great. For basic tasks like web browsing and using Windows Store apps, the C630 chugs along just fine. It can even run full Office apps, Photoshop, or whatever you need. But when you push it hard, with many tabs open in Chrome or by installing big apps, the C630 can feel slow. But obviously this computer is more for the road warrior who wants epic battery life, nice hardware, and the utility of an always-on computer, not for the person looking to do photo or video editing. I've hinted at it several times, so let's talk about battery life. On the C630, it's incredible. To give you an idea, I started using the C630 one week on a Friday. I used it almost every day over the subsequent 7 days, using it for a mix of watching videos, making spreadsheets, and using a whole lot of Chrome, all while on both cellular and Wi-Fi. And then it wasn't until the following Friday that I needed to charge. That's right, in my usage, and your situation will vary, I was able to get about a week of use on this laptop with its amazing battery performance. In comparison, on my new MacBook Air, which I use in a similar way, I have to charge 2 or 3 times a week, but the C630 goes for an entire week without needing a charge in my usage. That's amazing. And when it's time to charge, the C630 charges over USB-C with the included 45-watt charger, and that will top off the laptop from 0 to 100 in about 4 hours. I wish the trackpad was better on this laptop. The first unit I got from Lenovo had a problem with the touchpad, which was probably hardware related where the touchpad would become inoperable. The replacement unit they sent has been fine. That said, the palm rejection on the C630 isn't great, and while I wish the trackpad was bigger, Windows 10 actually has terrific gesture support that work great on this laptop. I love being able to do 4-finger swipe to move between desktops or 3-finger swipe to toggle between open apps. Overall, I have to say that this trend of always on, always connected PCs is super interesting. The Lenovo C630 is a little bit early, and as such, performance isn't that great. However, if you want a thin and light laptop with epic battery life that's always connected, it's a really good option. You can get it for about $700 from Best Buy, which is about $100 less than the Surface laptop, so it's a pretty good value. Give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw, and make sure you subscribe to our channel for more. You can follow me on Twitter @BrandonMiniman. Thanks for watching. That's it for now.